Okay, so in this video we are going to go over the solve the system of equations by substitution. So in the first first equation of the system, we have 3x minus 2y equals 10, and then we have x equals 4y plus 5. So we want to label it. We have our first and we have our second. Notice that our second equation has x that's completely isolated. So we have 4y plus 5. So wherever we see an x in the first equation, we're going to put the 4y plus 5. Now since the 3 is out front, we want to put the parentheses because that will be the coefficient that we are distributing in. And now the minus 2y equals 10 just gets written down. So we want to distribute. We have 12y plus 15 minus 2y equals 10. Combine like terms. 12y minus 2y gets you that 10y. And now we finally have a two-step. So we're going to minus the 15 on both sides. Divide by 10. Now it is okay that we're going to get a decimal. We're going to get a decimal of negative 0.5. Make sure you use the calculator if you need to. The calculator is located right here in the middle of your screen. And then once we have that, you pick the easier equation, which is equation number 2 in this sense. And we're going to plug in our number that we just found for y, and we're going to substitute it in. Now, I definitely recommend you using the calculator for the evaluation because it's the easiest thing to do. So all you have to do is click on the calculator button. Calculator screen shows up. Use the parentheses to represent multiplying. And then we get the x value to be 3. Now this is an ordered pair, x comma y, so 3 comma negative 0.5. In this case would be one solution because it is an ordered pair. Now for slide number 5, we have another solve by substitution. This time the x is isolated in the first equation. So we're going to circle what the x is equal to, and we're going to plug it in to the second equation. So we have that 2, and then negative 2y plus 4. Please be careful here. Now we have this plus 4y that needs to be outside of the parentheses. And we have this equals 8 that also needs to be outside the parentheses. So you want to make sure that you are writing everything that is in the problem. So then we have negative 4y plus 8 plus 4y from the original problem equals 8. When you combine like terms, negative 4y plus 4y goes away, and we're left with 8 equals 8, which when you have the same number on the left and right, that's a true statement. So the true answer, the real answer, is infinitely many solutions. So that means that these two equations are actually identical, even though they look different. They're just set up in different ways. So if we were to graph this, the two lines would be overlapping, and you would have infinitely many solutions. Now if we move to slide number 7, notice that we have a y equals now. That's okay. We're going to put that into the y on the left-hand side. For substitution, it doesn't matter if it's y equals or x equals. That's the nice thing about substitution, that it does not need to be in a certain form. So then we have 12x plus 4 equals 12x plus 3. Now, please be careful. You need to make sure that you get the variable on the other side. So we undo that by undoing adding, which is subtracting. Make sure that x goes along for the ride. We need to see this step for you to get full credit. So 4 never equals 3. That's a false statement. So this will be a no solution. Now, if you were to graph these two lines, they would be parallel lines which do not intersect. So the false statement is telling you that there is no answer. It is a no solution to the system of equations. All right, the last question. We have y equals again. Awesome. So I'm going to circle what it equals. It equals 4x plus 2. And I'm going to replace the y in this first equation. So the 2x gets dropped down. The plus 3 gets dropped down. We don't want that y anymore. That's the whole point of substitution. We're going to substitute the 4x plus 2 into that. And then the equal 6 gets dropped down. So 2x is not needed right now. We have to distribute that 3 into the 4x and then the 3 into the 2. We're going to combine like terms. So 2x plus 12x gets you that 14x. Now some students were confused in this step. We have to minus 6 on both sides. So then we have 14x equals 0. And that's okay. A 0 is okay. Keep moving and doing the steps that you're supposed to. So x equals 0. That is a number. We don't use it often, but it's still a number. So we have to plug it in to the easier equation. In this case, our easier equation is y equals 4x plus 2. Now remember, you can technically move it into the first equation. Doesn't matter. So at this point, when you're trying to find the second variable in the ordered pair, use the calculator. 4 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. So then you have y equals 2. And the ordered pair is 0, 2. So this would be a 1 solution.